All right, so DeepSeek just dropped something, and I genuinely think it's one of the more interesting infrastructure releases we've seen this year. It's called DSpark. And before you go, oh great, another model drop, hold on. This is not a new model, like at all. What they actually did is way more clever than just training something new. They figured out how to make their existing model generate text 60 to 85% faster, without changing a single thing about the quality of the answers you get back. Same intelligence, dramatically less weighting. And they open sourced the entire thing. The paper, the training code, the checkpoints, all of it. So today I want to break down exactly what DSpark is, how it works under the hood, and what it actually means for you if you're running or building with these models. Let's get into it. So, DeepSeek V4 Pro DSpark. The name sounds like a whole new model, right? It's not. The Hugging Face page literally says, and I'm quoting directly here, DeepSeek V4 Pro DSpark is not a new model. It is the same checkpoint with an additional speculative decoding module attached. So what they did is take DeepSeek V4 Pro, which is already their flagship, a 1.6 trillion parameter mixture of experts model, and they bolted on a smarter inference engine on top of it. That engine is DSpark. The model itself didn't get smarter. The way it generates text just got a whole lot more efficient. Okay, so to understand why DSpark is a big deal, you got to understand the bottleneck it's solving. Right now, when any large language model generates text, your response, your code, whatever, it does it one token at a time. A token is roughly a word or a piece of a word. Every single token requires the entire massive model to do a full computation pass. Like we're talking billions of parameters lighting up just to produce one little chunk of text. Then the model does it again for the next token, and again, and again. The technique DSpark builds on is called speculative decoding. It's been around in the research world for a bit, but what DeepSeek did is push it way further than anyone has done in production before. Here's the core idea. Instead of having the big, expensive model write every single token, you bring in a small, fast draft model. This draft model is cheap to run. And here's the beautiful part. The final output is mathematically guaranteed to be the same as if the big model had generated every token by itself. There's no quality loss. Zero. The math ensures it. So theoretically, speculative decoding should be amazing, right? Well, it's got two pretty annoying weaknesses. And that's exactly what DSpark fixes. The first weakness is what happens when the draft model makes its guesses. Most speculative decoders, like the ones before DSpark, generate all the draft tokens in parallel, at the same instant. Which is fast, yeah, but the problem is, none of those guesses know what the others picked. So say the model wants to write, of course. The draft model is guessing the next word, and the word after that simultaneously. But they're not talking to each other. So you can end up with something like, of problem, or no course, because the second token never saw what the first one chose. The further you go into a draft block, like if you're guessing 8 or 10 tokens ahead, the more these guesses fall apart and get rejected. The acceptance rate just collapses toward the end of every block. Researchers call this suffix decay. DSpark fixes this with what they call a sequential head, and it's genuinely elegant. They keep the fast parallel backbone. That's the cheap part that makes all the guesses at once. But then they add a tiny, lightweight module on top. This module lets each token's guess peek at what the token right before it decided. It's like, the draft model is still making guesses fast, but now the guesses are at least partially informed by their neighbors. And that one small change makes a massive difference. In their benchmarks, this approach beats the previous best method, Eagle 3, by about 30% on accepted token length across math, code, and chat tasks. And less rejection means more speed. All right, problem number 2. And this one becomes especially brutal at scale. Verification isn't free. Even though the big model checks draft tokens faster than it generates them from scratch, it still takes real GPU compute. And here's what gets expensive. Previous approaches just verified every draft token, every time, for every user, no matter what. Imagine you've got 5,000 users hitting the system at once. Every one of them has a block of draft tokens waiting to be verified. If you try to verify all of them at max length simultaneously, you completely saturate the system. Everyone slows down together. DSpark's second innovation is what they call confidence-based scheduling. Every draft token gets a confidence score, a number that estimates how likely is this token to actually survive verification. So DSpark runs an adaptive scheduler that watches GPU load in real time. The The result is that the system stays efficient under pressure instead of falling apart. In production on real DeepSeek user traffic, this combination gave them 60 to 85% faster generation per user compared to their previous setup. That's the graph right there. Blue is the old system. Green is DSpark. Green sits higher and to the right almost everywhere, which in serving graphs means more speed per user and more users handled at the same time. Now, not all tasks benefit equally. Here's a quick breakdown of where DSpark shines most. Code generation. High acceptance rates naturally. The vocabulary of code is more predictable, so the draft model guesses well, and the scheduler can verify long sequences. Coding agents and autocomplete tools see some of the biggest gains. Math reasoning. Middle ground. Long step-by-step traces benefit from the stable deep block acceptance, but the complexity means more variance in the guesses. Open-ended chat. This is actually where DSpark makes the biggest relative improvement over older methods, because chat is the hardest to predict. Their benchmarks showed acceptance rates jumping from around 46% all the way to nearly 96% on chat tasks after applying the confidence threshold. So if your use case involves conversational AI at scale, customer support, assistance, that kind of thing, DSpark's gains are especially significant there. All right, to run this at a reasonable speed, you are looking at a serious multi-GPU setup. And I'm not going to walk you through a step-by-step local demo in this video. Okay, stepping back. Why does any of this matter beyond DeepSeek's own servers? Speculative decoding has been a research concept for a while. What DSpark does is prove that with the right architecture, draft better, verify smarter, you can push these gains into real production serving at scale. And because DeepSeek open-sourced the complete training recipe under the MIT license, every other open model team can now study this, adapt it, and build on it. The DeepSpec training repo includes implementations of DSpark, DFlash, and Eagle 3, all three leading speculative decoding approaches, so you can benchmark them against each other on your own target models. The whole thing is open source. The paper is linked in the description. The training repo is at github.com/deepseek-ai/deepspec, and the model weights are on Hugging Face if you've got the hardware. If you have questions about anything I covered, or if you want me to go deeper on speculative decoding in general, or do a dedicated DeepSpec training walkthrough when I get the compute, drop it in the comments. I read them. And if you found this useful, share it with someone who's building with these models. They'll appreciate knowing this exists. Catch you in the next one.